Hi fashion lovers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, you are highly welcome. This is Joy's Fashion World, where we make sewing easy. In this channel, you'll be able to cut and sew with little or no supervision. So if this is what you want, kindly subscribe to this channel, like, comment and share this video. Also click on the notification bell to get notified whenever I'll be dropping a new video. So in today's tutorial, I'll be learning how to make this beautiful shift gown you are seeing with inner pocket and then front zipper. You can see this gown is neatly sewn. You can see everything is given and cut together sleeve. So if this is what you want, watch till the end and trust me, you will learn a lot in this video. So without wasting time, let's get started. These are the measurements we'll be using. So the length is 43. The length I'll be working with is 43, while her bust is 34 inches divided by 4 will give us 8.5. The hip is 36 divided by 4 will give us 9 inches. Her shape is 30 inches divided by 4 will give us 7.5. And her shoulder is 16 inches divided by 2 is 8. You can as well mark where you want your sleeve length to stop on your client. So my fabric is on fold. The one below is the front piece, while the one on it is the back. And I went ahead and left 1.5 inches for the zipper allowance that is on the front piece. So I'm just cross-checking to see if the 1.5 is equal. Next is to input our vertical measurement. So I went and marked her chest line, which is 8 inches, and I chalk it down. So this is it. I mark it 8 inches for the chest line, while for her shape, her waistline is 15.5 inches, her hip line is 23 inches, and I chalk it down. So I'm just repeating it on the other side in order to have a straight line. While the length is 43 inches, that's what we'll be working with. So you can see the fabric I'm working with is already 43 inches. I'm just marking it in order to trim the edge so that it will be straight at that part. And you can see at some point I have to join it because this fabric was it's a fabric I used to sew for my client, so it's remaining. So she asked me to sew a shift dress for her, something simple, and it was not enough. I have to join it at that point. So this is me cutting it off in order to have a straight ending at that point. After which, next is to connect those points together with a straight line, and that's what I'm doing. You connect your points together with a straight line. So at this point I was very angry because my camera stopped recording and I didn't notice. So we'll just continue. Hope you understand. So after connecting it with a straight line, next is to determine your sleeve length, and the sleeve length I'm working with is 16 inches, and I chalk it down. I also mark that on the chest line 16 inches, and I chalk it down, after which I connect it with a straight line. I also mark the neck width, which is 3 inches, and for the back the depth is 1 inches, and I connect it with a curve, while the depth for the front is 3 inches, and I also connect it with a curve to meet the width. So I went down with 1 inch for my slope, shoulder slope, and I connect it to the neckline. After which, on the chest line, I input a bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inch seam allowance, 1 inch for ease and 1 inch for the seam allowance. On the waistline, I also mark her waist divided by 4 plus 2 inch seam allowance. On the hip line, I also mark the hip divided by 4 plus 2 inch seam allowance. And what I got on the hip, I place it at the end of the cloth. And at that point, I came out with half inch and I connected to the curve. And on the sleeve, I came in with half inch and I also connected to meet the 16 inch upward. After which we are done, next is to cut it out. So this is me cutting it out, though I've already cut it out before, so I'm just showing you that to know what I did. So we just cut it all the way down. So after which you cut out your back neckline first before cutting out. So I raise it up and I trace the line and I also cut it out, after which I slit open the zip allowance. And this is all for the cutting. So let's get to the sewing. I'm gonna ahead to cut my lining off camera, and this is it, the front piece. I cut everything exactly the same. That's because my client don't want it short, so I have to cut it the same thing. Both the lining and the fabric are the same thing. So this is the front piece, and where I'm marking is where I'll be stitching with half of an inch on the sewing machine. So I'll stitch around the neck, the hem, then the side, the zip, on the down part. So I'll be stitching all those parts with 1/2 inch on the sewing machine. And this is the back part. I've also went ahead to cut the lining and it's equal with the fabric. So this is it. You can see everything is equal. I cut everything exactly. So this is me opening it, and I'll place the lining on the right side of the fabric, and where I'll be marking is where I'll be stitching with 1/2 inch on the sewing machine. I'll stitch through the neck, then the sleeve, sorry, then the side seam. I'll stitch everything with 1/2 inch. The only place I'm not stitching is the shoulder, so I'll be stitching everywhere except the shoulder. Don't mind the lines I'm drawing. Make sure your lines are straight. If you don't know how to sew straight, go and check my channel. There's a short I post on how to sew straight, so go and watch it if you have not watched it. So I'll do that and show you. So this is it after I was done stitching it. This is what it's looking like. I've stitched those places. This is the edge. I also top stitch on it. I also stitch the neck, notch it, and I also top stitch on the lining. After which, next is to turn it inside out. So this is me turning it inside out. Make sure you turn it properly. Bring out all the edges very well. So this is what I normally do in order to make it flat. So I will just squeeze, I will hold the edges, I don't know, whichever one, in order to make it flat. You can see how flat it's looking already. So this is the front piece. This is what it's looking like. So we'll use iron to take that paper off the sticker. We'll be using iron to remove it. This is the back. After I was done stitching, this is what it's looking like. I also stitch around the neck, I notch it, and I top stitch on the lining. After which, next is to turn it inside out. After turning it inside out, this is what it's looking nice. So we'll keep it aside, and this is the front. We'll be working on the front piece. So this is the front. You place the two pieces together and you mark out your zipper allowance. So I'm marking my zipper allowance. I'm marking 1¼ inch. I've already used 1/4 inch to turn the lining, so I'm left with 1¼ inch, and that's what I mark out, and I'll connect those points with a straight line. So next is to fix our zipper, and this is the zipper I'll be using. The length of the zip is equal to the length of the gown. That is, the length of the zip and the gown is the same thing. So I'll go to the sewing machine and fix the zip. If you want to know how to fix a zip, let me know in the comment section. I'll do that and show you the result. After fixing it, this is what it's looking like. Oh my god, look at the neatness. You can see that for yourself. Everything is neat, everything is well sewn. You can check it. More emphasis on neatness, like the work is clean. Look at the back, look at what it's looking like. Everything is neat. So this is it. After which, next is to join the front and the back together, the shoulder. You align the shoulders together and you stitch with 1/2 inch. I'll take that to my sewing machine and I'll stitch it and show you the result. So this is it after stitching it. This is what it's looking like. Next is to insert our pocket. To sew, I'll fix our pocket and to close up the gown. So these are my pockets. I've gone ahead to cut and sew it off camera. If you also want to know how to do this, let me know in the comment section. After which, next is to mark the length of where I want my pocket to start from, where I'll be inserting it. So I mark out 17 inches, and from that 17 inches I went down with 6½ inches. That's for the pocket opening. So I also repeat same on the other side. I mark out the 17 inches from the shoulder. I mark 17 inches, and from that 17 inches I mark 6½ inch for the pocket opening. After which, I mark out my 1 inch seam allowance. That's what I left in order to join the gown together. So next is to place your pocket on the pocket opening that way, and you stitch it with 1½ inch and you connect it. So you just connect from the pocket and join it with your seam allowance, and you also mark your 1 inch seam allowance downward and you also connect it to the pocket, just the way I'm doing. So this is it. You sew from the sleeve to the pocket, and then from that side down to the end of the gown. So I'll do that and show. I also repeat same on the other side. So after stitching it, this is me. I was done stitching it, and this is what it's looking like. Look at the pocket is well sewn. So if you have watched this video to this point, please kindly give it a thumbs up, as it really means a lot to me. Next is to notch that point in order for it to relax well when we turn it to the right side. So you give it a notch that way and you turn it to the right side. After turning it, this is what it's looking like. Our beautiful shift gown is ready to wear. You just give it a good press and that's all for the gown. So thank you for watching this video till the end. I really appreciate. If this is what you want, kindly subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share this video. So with this, we have come to the end of this tutorial. See you in the next one. Love you. Bye.